Hey, this is Bridget. Really? It's 2018? Where did time go? Do you remember when it was December 21st, 2012? Crazy. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the upcoming things to expect in 2018, as well as how to navigate it. What are we supposed to do with this new year? If you're new to this channel, welcome, and let's dive in. So 2018, what can we expect? Now, you know that I'm not the type to give intuitive predictions, because to do that would to be a particular timeline thing that could throw you off course. But we can look at some actual real-time trends of momentum that are going on in the collective right now to see where it's going to go. One of the biggest things that I see changing in 2018 is economics. Cryptocurrency, freaking going online. There's a lot happening with that that's going to change the course of like the whole banking system, the whole economic structure. And I'm going to do a whole video on that with some friends here in the next couple of weeks. But really, what does that have to do with you? It has everything to do with you. It's about really coming back into the space of responsibility for ourselves in all ways, because we can't depend on, say, these corporations or banks to take care of us. We have to take care of ourselves. And that's one of the things that, for instance, cryptocurrency is doing, is putting the responsibility back in our hands, which is awesome, because I always like the idea of feeling really empowered going forward into life. And also there could be an economic downturn sometime this year, as we've seen with the different bonds market going on. So some of that stuff is happening in economics, but really that is an opportunity. All of this is an opportunity. It's so vibrant right now to really come into your own. And I also see that a lot with technology right now. AI coming out, like, really? And there's this feeling that I think that we have, where we're like, okay, well, that'd be super cool to put chips in us, but we're a little bit smarter than to just put chips from God knows where into us that are gonna do who knows what. But the idea is like, well, then are we gonna be behind? Because technology is moving so quickly. So to me, one of the things to really develop in 2018 is who you are, your gift, and really developing that, because so many of the things actually in our world right now can be done by computers, can be done by technology, can be done by AI. So it really comes back to us, and it comes back to our inherent value of what we're going to be giving to the world. And also there's this feeling of exponential growth, like where whatever we're putting in, and we've heard this, you know, since 2012, but it's really true, like in this instant manifestation. And I see that timing where if you do plant something, it's just gonna freaking grow into a tree overnight. And so being really aware of what you're wanting to plant. And this is why I do like the idea of New Year's, even though it is connected to the Gregorian calendar, is that the new year is a time to decide, is a time to reflect, is a time to plan what direction, what course you're going to do, and really future vision who you want to be. And so I really encourage, most of all, you decide who you want to be. I can say generally what's going on in the collective, but the whole determinant of the future is dependent on you, is dependent on your energy, is dependent on what you want to create. That determines the timeline that you're on. So going into this idea of future visioning and really sitting with it and being like, okay, in all categories of my life, who do I want to be this year? What do I want to grow into? Because as we know, you know, just 6 months can pass and we're like, whoa, what did I do? I worked and I did some things, but I was on Facebook a lot. You know, it's like, okay, if we really set these intentions and set these patterns and then take action on them, it's going to be so powerful. So holistically in your life, because the thing is we think a lot about spirituality, but spirituality is interwoven into everything in our entire existence, including relationships, including money and economics, including our jobs, our careers, our gifts. It's everything. So really taking some time and actually like writing out like a chart and being like, okay, how do I want my relationships to look this year? You know, do I want to develop more friendships? Do I want to go deeper in ways? How do I want to show up for other people? Looking at the relationship category, looking at the career category. Maybe you're not doing what you love. This is the time to switch, because doing what you love is your only security for the future. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I just said? It's your only security for the future, because if you're not doing what you love, that means that it's probably something that can be replaced by something else, and so you've got to get on that. So what is that thing, and how can you transition? Looking at money and economics, and seeing how you feel about it, seeing where you're at with it, and how you can take deeper responsibility for that. Your health is so important, because as again we talk about spiritual expansion, if you're not healthy, you can't be the conduit of these certain frequencies coming in, and it'll be harder, right? And so really taking your health to the next level. And of course, spiritual development. What are you doing to develop yourself? So really sitting down, taking a half day, writing this out, sitting with it, re-looking at it, and creating a nice action plan of how you can show up as a better, more holistic person in 2018 is going to be critical, because things are gonna go so fast. And it's this feeling where you couldn't feel like you're getting left behind. Like, as I'm looking into the technology thing with my partner Patrick, it's like, oh shit. It's like, whoa, things are going really fast, like virtual reality and AI, like I said, and you can see that trend in the collective now coming up. And it's time to get ourselves centered, because the thing is we have the capacity to do anything that these technologies can do. We have that. And remembering that these external technologies, like a phone, like the internet, we have access to all that information, right? To the Akashic record. We have access to telepathy. So we can do all these things. We just have to open those capacities. So to me, it goes, okay, I better get on my spiritual development shit quick, because I need to develop those as quickly as they're developing chips to then put into my body or someone's body that is going to match that same level. And of course, consciousness always wins. If you're conscious, if you're present, you can transcend all other energies. So remembering to stay really clear with that. So those are some of my big suggestions for 2018, what's coming down the line. And of course, always connecting in with nature, putting nature, which will reflect your natural self first, so that you can be in sync with the true vibrations that are coming in, because they're coming in through the planet. They're coming in through the sun. And so as you're interacting and open and available, and like go out here, you know, you go outside and you let the starlight hit you, and you feel the earth, and you go to these certain portals, or you feel the new spring water bubbling up from the center of the earth that has these certain codes. They're going to help you assimilate these energies so much more easily and understand them and awaken and activate you, so that this is just a very seamless acceleration. I mean, it's going to be fast, but it can feel like a roller coaster ride where it's actually fun, where you're like, whoa, we're going fast, but I'm ready. I'm buckled in. I have everything that I need. I'm not like hanging off the side of the roller coaster, like gonna die, you know, by everything that's happening, or being like smashed or taken over by something. You can really go with it. So really use nature as your ally. I think that's so underestimated. And of course, in the nature, all of the elements, which Patrick's gonna do a great video on that, and I'll share that with you guys. So that is my little share for 2018. Really make resolutions, but make intentions that you can actually take action on. But the first step is at least clarifying what direction you'd like to go, because otherwise you're on the current of someone else. You're on the current of the collective, which you probably don't want to be on. And so really taking the time to attentively take responsibility for your future is going to be critical. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and like and comment below. Comment below and tell the community what you are going to show up as in 2018, because in the next few years, things are gonna get wild, things are gonna get awesome, things are gonna get crazy. And so just really sharing where you're at and sharing what you want to do, who you want to be. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon next week with another video.